I'm Serena. I'm Serena Palami, Serena Joy Palami. I grew up in Tacloban and I have family who is in Tacloban now. When the rains had stopped and then the winds had calmed down, and my sister left the inn to go back to our home, and then my brother also left the house and wandered out, and they were, and that was the first time I heard my sister cry. She had just wandered out into the street. They were so shocked, and people were milling around, people were walking, and everyone. She was muddied, and she didn't even recognize. She didn't realize that she was just looking blankly at people, and my sister-in-law had already passed by her. My sister-in-law had not recognized her as well. Everyone was just that shocked, and if she hadn't bumped into my brother bumped into her, and then she looked distractedly, not even. And then when she looked again, she realized it was my brother and said, "Titi, it's Kuya." And then they were hugging, and then they were crying, and then she found out the news about what had happened to our home. Our house is in ruins, and my brother and then he was able to save my aunt, but then he was unable to save our two helpers. All of them were on the top floor already of the house when the winds tore our roof. Our helpers went down. They took shelter on the first floor. They were cowering on the first floor, hiding from the winds. They were trapped. They were on the first floor, and my brother was trying. He was swimming underwater. He got a knife trying to open the door, but by then the current was too strong inside the helper's room where they had taken shelter. It was just too strong. He couldn't open the door anymore, and he could hear their cries, and he was telling them, I'm here, I'm trying to open the door. But then he was already gone underwater, and his wife was calling him, come up, and at the last minute, his wife pulled him up out of the water. And after everything was over, our helpers were gone, and he had to, and they retrieved their bodies first and made sure they got to carry them. They went to look for a morgue and just registered and just made sure, she was to just find the family of our helpers. They live several towns away, and just to make sure that they know, we wanted to say sorry that he couldn't save them. It's been a nightmare for him, and I know he's felt very guilty about it, but what can we do? I mean, and he saw what happened to Tacloban, so he doesn't even he doesn't blame anybody. He's seen what's happened. He's seen what's happened to my family and what the situation is.